Andy, could you explain to us what sort of impact going into lockdowns had on you?
For physios, we tend to be very people-related people. We're in this job because we like working with people and literally physically hands-on with people in a lot of cases. And personal contact is a really major part of the job, and it's taken all of that face-to-face personal contact away. Building a therapeutic relationship with people, warmth, empathy, trust, communication has all had to change drastically, radically, and really, really quickly. We've learned that it is possible, but it's been a very hard transition.
Yeah. Would you have any advice to people who are struggling with the effects of going into lockdown? Obviously, social contact's limited. That can play with your emotions a little bit. People have blips, people have highs. Do you have any advice to people struggling?
Taking inspiration from one of my patients, actually, who his sort of life mantra seems to be, "It is what it is," which sometimes sounds a bit trite, but when you've known him for a long time, you realise that he does actually live each day and each moment as it is, and he recognises that things are temporary and you can move on and move through, and you can't fight something like this. You have to work with it, adapt, and make the most of it, which is what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, good stuff. So the practice we've changed from, you'd think you've already mentioned it, face-to-face contact, which is what you used to being hands-on, to a completely new way of working, which we didn't see coming at all. What have you found the most challenging parts about that?
Initially, as I said, the most challenging was just the massive technological change of getting used to all these new programs, new ways of working, new protocols, that type of thing. Once that's died down, I think the most challenging comes back to that face-to-face. You see patients struggling in many ways, and there are many things you can do to support them, as we've now learned, but it's just not the same as being there and being able to put an arm around them, or being able to talk to them face to face and help them with their concerns. So at the moment, it's that distance from people.
Yeah, and what I take it, there's been some, I've heard stories, directly from you about things that have been good about these sessions, achievements, things like that. Have you had any rewarding moments with your clients?
Yeah, rewarding sort of personally and professionally, I think, in that super proud of myself in some ways and the team that we've managed to make this work, and it does work, and you can have these really amazing moments still, which is another one of the reasons why you're in physio, to see these achievements that people make, to learn that no matter what the situation is, you can always do something positive. It may not be the thing that you would do if you were face to face, but you can do something positive. Some of the younger patients, one young lad who I've not seen for a few weeks because they didn't have any technology, and actually just being able to see his smiley face and him responding to me and being happy to see me and me happy to see him after a few weeks, that's been lovely. And also, one lady in particular who a few weeks ago, she has an affected arm. She couldn't even butter her own toast, and I've managed to progress her, not with my baking skills, but she's back baking, making apple crumbles and brownies and this type of thing, just because we've been able to remotely enable her to gain a much better functional control over her arm. So there are really good moments as well still.
Great stuff, Andy. Thank you very much for your time, mate.
All right, Bill. Thanks, George.